What's up, guys? So we got a Ford Flex. I'm not sure what the year is. This beast over here. Anyway, today we're replacing the struts and the front brakes. And the reason why I'm making this video, which I'm sure the video's only on YouTube, but I haven't even looked it up yet. But I just want to make a quick note here for anybody who's doing this job. First of all, for my end, in order for me to remove the strut, I had to remove the lower control arm, and then it allowed me to drop, because when I try to pry out the ball joint, it was very difficult because the stud is really long on the ball joint itself. So to clear the spindle right here, it was not happening. So after just exploring different scenarios, I just decided to take the control arm off, and then it was just a breeze after that. All you got to worry about is this thing right here. For some reason, I couldn't get it to clear the CV axle while it's still attached to the knuckle. I'm trying to, push it. I'm trying to remove the outer tie rod end and wiggle it any type of ways, but because of the strut doesn't have that much play, I guess, it was a problem for me. Maybe you can loosen the strut a little bit at the top and trying to play with it. I'm not sure. On this side, because it's easy, I removed it from the inside right there, but then you see a whole lot of leakage there came out. But on the other side, what ended up happening is it came out of socket, and when that happened, it's a nightmare to put it back together. You have to fiddle with it until it goes back in. So that's not the best option. So if you have any advice on how to do it properly later on, you can put it down in the comment section. The one main thing I want to talk about is regarding the struts themselves and the sway bar link. On this one, the sway bar link, the way it's constructed, as you see, it has a bevel edge to it at the okay, let me remove the nut so you can see what I'm trying to say. Right here, you see that cone shape area right there that sits flush right there, just like a ball joint. Okay, this is what it is. And this nut, the way it is, the nut would not reach that. This is the new, basically, this is the new strut, and it's made by Detroit Axle. The part number is right there. So if you're gonna order these struts, beware that you're gonna run into this problem. Once you remove the old strut, which actually had some type of boss, a provision that they made for this problem, or it's not a problem because it's factory, right? Look at that, the difference is there. So you have this elevated surface right here, right, on the back and in the front, but it's welded, so you cannot transfer it onto the new strut. So the new strut should have come with this situation, but it didn't. And as a result, now, like I said, you're stuck with this situation. What I've done on the other side is I've used a lug nut, basically. Because it's cone shaped, so it's gonna kind of like, fit really good inside of it. And I use a nut to try to like tighten it so it doesn't have play. But I shouldn't have to do that. I mean, they would have put some type of washer or something like that in here, because if this is gonna apply to this car, honestly, this was horrible design, I'll be honest. So that's the part number. Just beware if you're gonna buy these struts. This is something you got to contend with. So make sure you're ready for that challenge when it comes around. And it's pretty like thick. So you're gonna have to have some type of lug nut or some type of really thick washer, or a series of washers, in order for you to overcome that. So just beware of that. Other than that, like I said, if you do it like that, remove the CV axle, remove the control arm, you should be able to get this with no pain at all. Oh yeah, another thing, I almost forgot. On the Sam strut, I'm gonna show you something here. On this one right here, you see you got a lip right here. You see that lip? This is the lip that makes contact with the knuckle, and it's like a stopper, and the bolt will go right here to secure it. But it's not resting on the bolt, it's resting right here usually, right? On the new one, this one, the distance between this and this was not the right distance. So basically, when this was flush, the new one was flush, you couldn't put the nut through because it was still basically about 1/8 of an inch sticking out. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say. So the bolt was not going to be able to go through this hole. So what I had to do, I had to shave it off as you see right there, right? So that's what I had to use to basically cut this whole tip off in order for me to be able to put the entire situation, the entire strut in the knuckle, and then I was able to secure with the bolt. So just beware when you're going to do this job and you're buying these struts from Detroit Axle, you can run into this problem. Any other struts you're going to buy, I'm not sure about them, but since you know this is something that's already happening here, I'm pretty sure all the Chinese made is probably going to be about the same thing. So just beware. Make sure you have this type of tools and something like that in case you run into this problem. You're not stuck, after already removing the old one, having to put it back together because you can't do nothing about it. All right, guys, so that was the gist of the rant. Sorry about that. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm talking really fast. A lot of people have said that to me. I apologize about that. That's just how it is. So hopefully you get the message, and hopefully it helps you in your upcoming project. And I'll see you here for the next video. Thank you.